Hi, this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. This will be a very short video because it's not very nice out here. There's drizzle in the wind and the wind comes in gusts really strong. But I finally got round to setting the bird feeders up for the winter. I had to get a new one because the new one I got before just didn't work, whereas hopefully this new one should work. So what we've got is we've got the suet balls, the fat balls at the back there. We've got the peanuts on the right, and then we've got a seed mix on the left there. And then in the new feeder at the moment, there is just sunflower seeds. Now, as they get used up, I've ordered some sunflower hearts. And what I usually do in the sunflower feeder is do it in stripes. So, you know, sort of like an inch and a half of the seeds, followed by the hearts, followed by the seeds, followed by the hearts. And then they get a break. The problem with the seeds is to get at the heart inside, the seed husk ends up on the floor and makes a mess. Whereas all the other stuff doesn't actually make a mess. The seed mix that I've got is called No Grow. So there's nothing going to germinate if it drops on the floor, so we don't get loads of green bits all growing in the cracks and everything. I've moved the water as well, the actual bird bath or drinking bath. They don't bath in it much, but they do use it to drink, and blackbirds bathe in it sometimes, and occasionally the robin jumps in and jumps straight out again as a splash. But yeah, so it's all ready to go, and I've had to move it. You can see where it was, and I've moved it to here because there is now a direct line through to my seat. I've moved some plants to leave a gap, so when I'm sat at my workstation I can see the birds. That's if there are any. Now today, none. Absolutely zero. And I think part of that is because I was out here messing about and things have been moved, so it doesn't look the same as before. Also, it's been blowing really hard, and the smaller birds are not so good in the wind. They tend to find shelter and just hunker down, you know, in the strong winds. So maybe we'll get a better day tomorrow and we'll get a few visitors. The ones that will draw the other birds in are the long-tailed tits, because they're acrobats. And they're inquisitive. They investigate absolutely everything to see if there's any food. You know, they'll go over every branch on a bonsai looking for little things, and they'll find that quite easily. And then once they start using it, other birds, a lot of the time, they find food by seeing other birds feeding, and then they follow suit. So it should bring them in. And hopefully this winter we get a bit more of a variety than we had last winter, because it was very thin on the ground. But we'll see how we go. It's up and running, and all we need now is some birds. See you next time.